Hey there. So this sequence goes really nicely with the mobilization sequence. So if you did the mobilization one first, and then this is like the strengthening part, the only prop you'll need is the towel sausage, like 2 bath towels rolled up together. So if you remember, you ended the mobilization sequence with a hip flexor stretch, either doing it here or in your lunge. And then from there, you would come onto all fours, holding this here. Feel the crown of the head reaching forward and the sit bones reaching back. And then I just want you to pull your chin up and away. And make sure your nose comes with. So it's not just a movement in your jaw, you're moving the whole neck. And then you're going to pull your shoulder blades together and apart. Careful you don't just let your ribs pop out there, right? So you're squeezing the low part of your shoulder blades. Then toes under. Lift the knees to just shift the weight to the hands. And then walk the hands forward and press into a plank. And hold down. We'll just do 4 push-ups, trying to keep the elbows in. Rest your knees and sit back. Okay, so coming out to the side, still thinking about the shoulders here. So sit with your feet to one side, hand away, and then make sure you haven't sunk into this side of your ribs, but you're lifted, so you still have an even waist. And then bend this elbow, bring it a little forward as you lower, and push. So it's like you're wrapping the arm outwards as you're bending. And in, and just you can feel making sure your shoulder blades on your back, not winging, and that you don't lose your waist. So you're really using gravity. Last one. So you should really feel your triceps in that one. Flip over. Same on the other side. So arm angled away. Make sure your waist stays lifted and bringing it in. Keeping open. Check in with your shoulder blade. Make sure it's not winging off your back. Really wrap that arm around. Good. So now adding the hips. So we're still working in the shoulders a bit. Let me just move that. So you're going to have your elbow right under your armpit. Have the knees a little bent. So you can see. Right. So as you lift up onto here, you're going to stretch your knees and push your heels away. So you're really using that underside to lift you up and coming back. And again, push into a long line and back. And in. And again, watch that shoulder blade isn't popping off your back. 4 more of these. Feel like your head and your heels are reaching away from each other. And 1. And then staying on this side for now, coming down. Keep the bottom leg bent. Reach your top leg forward and then up. Keep it behind you as it lowers to the ground and lifts. Forward and up. Heel down. Forwards and up. Lower and lift. Reach and lower. And 4 more again. Keep lengthening the waist. One more. And down. Good. Bring that over to the other side. So we start with the side planks. So a little bent with the knees, make sure they're in line with your bum. And then lifting from underneath, so really push up here. I tend to twist on this side. 4 more. Good. Last 2. And 1. Good. Coming all the way down, keep the bottom one bent. Reach the leg and turn it out, and forward and down, back and up, heel down, uh-oh, I'm going to run into the ball, hang on. Heel, back, lower, keeping square, so that top hip doesn't shift back with your leg, stays forward. Top side of the waist long, so you still feel your waist under here. Last time. Good, and then come onto your back. Feet in line with your sit bones, or actually a little wider than your sit bones. And just bridging, so feel your shoulders wide, not long neck. Bridge up in one piece, so knees forward, heels back, and down, and up, and down. 2 more. And at the end of this one, you're going to stay there. Keep the hips level, reach one leg up and down. Trying not to shift the hips. Keep both hip bones pointing straight to the ceiling and not shifting off. Now, flex your right foot and slide your heel away from you so you get a stretch in the front and work in the back. And reach. Now you're going to go to the corner, so slightly turn out as you push the leg away. So you feel more wrapping around here on the outside. Hold that, and then just roll down to finish off. Ooh, the hip sequence, and give yourself a little stretch. And then switch. All right, so now you need your tower sausage. So, like we've done in the other ones, you're going to have them just below the shoulder blades, or just the base of the shoulder blades. Hands behind your head, and we're going to go from extension into flexion. So you get to move through the spine as you work your abdominals. So we're just going to do 8 of everything here. Think armpits up as you go back. So you get nice freedom in your upper back bend as your shoulder blades get out of the way. Going to the right side, back, looking across left. So you get a long diagonal going back, and then you're shortening it coming across. Open. And out. 4 more. 3. Hold it here, now we're going back to the other side. Cross. Long diagonal, then short. Reach. And back. And again. Good. Come on up from there, and you can get rid of the towel now. And then we're going to do back onto your elbow again. This time you're going to keep your knees bent and lift up, so you're in a sort of a half of a side plank. Now I want you to think of your bottom hip bone trying to roll forward to face the ceiling, and then lower it with control. So you're twisting the pelvis, but keeping the ribs where they are. And in. And out. So it's a long spiral, right? You're not shortening, you're just twisting around your midline. And rest. And then switch to the other side. Same idea. Lifting from underneath, make sure you have your waist, and then pulling that bottom hip bone forward and up. So you're just rolling your pelvis around your midline. And rest. Good. Now coming into a plank on your elbows, feet reached out behind you, heels pushed back, head pulled forward. And then you're going to bend both knees without changing where your hips are in space. So your martini's back on your lower back. Feel the abdominals, well, the hips and ribs coming into your center line underneath you. So the knees they're not aiming to touch the floor, you're just bending at the hips and knees. And then lower down, legs apart, and then chest forward and up, and keep going, and back just to lengthen the abdominals. And rest that back. Okay, so that's the end of that part, and if you wanted to, after that, it would be nice to do the feet, ankles and hips series. Would kind of be a nice way to finish that off. Okay, that's that.